AITA. Am I the a-hole for telling a lawyer she should be volunteering as a lawyer? I am taking a class to obtain certification as an EMT. I was talking to a woman who was also taking the class. She said that she is a lawyer and she is taking the class so she can volunteer as an EMT when she has time. I got upset, because I don't think people who see the medical field as a hobby going into it. She should volunteer her time as a lawyer instead of doing something she is worse at just because she's interested. Like I said, this isn't a fun little hobby for some big shot attorney, it's people's lives. She looked really annoyed at me and told me I don't understand her situation at all and shouldn't pass judgment. AITA? Am I the a-hole? I'm honestly tired of people taking little vacations into a field where they could actually get people killed. Sounds like you're gatekeeping to me. She's taking a class on it, she isn't just randomly moonlighting as an EMT for funsies. You also have no idea what she studied in school or anything. You're just assuming she'd be bad based on what? YTA. You're the a-hole. YTA. You're the a-hole. Like she said, you don't know her situation. YTA. This woman is taking classes in her own time that will put her on par with your skill level when you graduate. She's going to be just as capable and certified as you. Who gives a shoot if it's a hobby? A hobby that can save lives is a pretty good one. You sound bitter that she's successful and doing something selfless. Also, you're not a hotshot doctor or some shoot. You two are peers. She's right, you don't get to judge her motives. Edit. So I can get on my soapbox, I am a first responder, I field train first responders. OP reeks of arrogance that makes a terrible EMT. Get humble before you get humbled. YTA. How is she worse at it? Believe it or not, people have the capability to be more than one thing. YTA. She's choosing to spend her time being helpful and you reacted by choosing to be unreasonably offended, and making a poor attempt to belittling her position. Should be obvious, but there are different levels of difficulty in the medical field, and she's just looking to learn some of the more basic stuff to help in any way she can. And even with that, there are still requirements. She has to be qualified FOR, so it shouldn't matter if she just wants to do it as a hobby. But hey, as someone who was CPR certified, I must be mocking the profession too, right? YTA. She didn't use the word hobby. She didn't insult the profession. You've made a massive leap here to find offense. And it's not up to you to decide what training other people can do and why. YTA. At least she's doing something good with her free time, not that it's any of your business. Yeah, YTA. There's no way that having another EMT in the world is a bad thing. There's no way that an individual having more experience in emergency response is a bad thing. They don't have to be driven and passionate and have it as their life's work. As long as she's serious about learning what to do, frankly, it doesn't matter how much time she puts into volunteering. I know a young woman who got her EMT cert so that she could be more useful to her martial arts club. She wasn't going into the field, she wasn't going to use it for anything but tournaments and practices, and I have so much respect for her effort. She'd be a hobbyist, right? As far as you consider it? After all, she was just a college kid taking EMT classes so that she could deal with the occasional sprain or fainting incident. You don't get to decide why someone should want to do something. Not everyone's motivations will be your own. Suck it up. And can I just say, it's frocking laughable for you to be taking your EMTB, and already passing such judgment on your cohort? 'Cause seriously, it's hilarious. If she's only planning on volunteering when she has free time, it's not like she's going to be making paramedic. Chill out. I'm honestly tired of people taking little vacations into a field where they could actually get people killed. That's why she's taking the class alongside you in the first place? So that she won't get people killed? She would literally have the same certification as you. YTA, because by your logic you'd end up getting people killed too. YTA. Honestly, what's it to you? She's going to be properly trained, so you don't need to worry about those lives. YTA. She's taking an EMT class, not pretending to be a neurosurgeon. When she takes the class she'll be as competent as you, so how is her effort and interest less legitimate than yours? Spend your time on, and devote your exquisitely high standards to, making sure you contribute the most possible to your fellow man. Not on some nonsense gatekeeping. YTA. I used to volunteer as a CASA rep. Does that mean I should just be a social worker? She has the same skill as you. Plenty of people volunteer with EMS during the weekends at events. Get off your high horse. YTA. What business it of hers what she does with her free time? Why does it matter if she's doing it volunteer work? Law jobs pay more. Seems like you're jealous more than anything. This is so gatekeeping and condescending. YTA. She's smart enough to be a lawyer, why would you assume she could get people killed? She might be a better EMT than you are. It's none of your business how she wants to volunteer her time, and presuming to tell her what to do is rude. YTA. People can volunteer to do whatever they wish, they are doing it out of the goodness of their hearts. That's like saying a doctor should only volunteer in a free clinic, or a chef should only volunteer in a soup kitchen. And there are a lot of departments that rely on volunteer EMTs, not paid ones. And lawyers deal in people's lives all the time. They have the power to take away someone's freedom, or strip them of all their worldly goods. I'm pretty sure they can handle being an EMT. YTA. A bunch of people become EMT certified and do it as a hobby on the side while having another career. It's totally feasible to do, it takes like 4 months of community college class to get certified. It's very possible for her to be both a good lawyer and volunteer as an EMT once she finishes the class. YTA. She could use her training as an EMT to do a lot of good in the world, even if she's just a volunteer. Also, law may very well not be her passion, it may just be a way to pay the bills. YTA. Who made you the volunteer police anyhow? You seem to have a problem with highly educated people, why would that be? How is this a vacation? This is working to save lives, I'd hardly compare that to a week on the beach. It's incredibly weird you're so up in arms and judgy about someone doing something good for people, that just so happens to not be what they do as a career. YTA. Unquestionably YTA. Going to expand on this. Volunteer firefighters and lifeguards save hundreds of lives in Australia every year, I don't know why a volunteer EMT would be any different. YTA. You guys are going through the same training to get the same certification. You don't know any more than she does, so your superior attitude seems misplaced. Also, she's absolutely frocking right, you don't know her situation at all. Unless you literally see her messing up in a way that could hurt someone, stay in your damn lane and stop being so judgmental. YTA. Because you are coming off jealous of their success and achievements. Some people are incredibly accomplished, and you should unpack why you are so bothered that this person is. Volunteering is not a hobby, and they have to meet the same training requirements as you do for the same position. YTA. Being a volunteer EMT is admirable and helpful. It isn't a vacation. My husband was an EMT 8 years and lifting bariatric patients down 10 flights of stairs sucked ass. Watching people die sucked. Picking up suicidal kids sucked. But he made a difference. He helped. You're definitely the a-hole here.